Hey everybody, Ash here with Gents, back with another fragrance review. Today I'm taking a look at a new release, or new-ish release, from the house of Nautica. It is Nautica Voyage Heritage, which is the newest flanker, obviously, in the Voyage line. Now, Nautica Voyage, the original, is one of the most well-known cheap fragrances, or cheapies, in the entire fragrance community. It seems like 90% of guys out there that have a fragrance collection have a bottle of Nautica Voyage. And yet, Nautica Voyage Heritage has not really been talked about at all. It doesn't even have its own page on FRAGRANTICA.com, which is a fragrance database, in case you're unaware, that has almost every fragrance ever made. And yet, somehow, this one doesn't have a page. So I'm gonna let you guys know what I think about this fragrance, and let you know whether you should seek it out or not. Now, I got this as a gift set, like so. It came with the fragrance. This is a 50 milliliter size, and it also came with this body spray. So you get this huge 6-ounce can of Nautica Voyage Heritage, which is almost like their version of Axe. Axe body spray. It's like Nautica Voyage Heritage Axe, or Lynx if you're in the United Kingdom. So I guess hypothetically you could spray this on and wear it as a fragrance and then douse yourself in this over top of it. Maybe get some kind of layering effect going on. But you know, this is a gift set, so I essentially viewed this as a freebie. So if you think of it that way, it's kind of cool. I got this at TJ Maxx for $14.99, as you can see there. And what's funny about that is this retails for $22, but they were selling Nautica Voyage Heritage on Nautica.com for, I think, $65. So if you ordered it off the website, you got screwed. You got had. And to this point, the only reviews that I can find on this one on YouTube, I think were done through Influencer. Influencer is basically a janky website where you sign up as an influencer, so I could go there and sign up and input my YouTube channel details, and then people that want to advertise could see my channel and my demographics and all that stuff, and then they could offer me free products and money in exchange for a review of their product. There are actually a number of websites out there like this. And just in general, I'm not like singling anybody out, I'm just saying generally, it seems like reviews on Influencer are basically just shill city. Like if you go to Scentbird, they have an Influencer page. And people that have been paid to review or have received free things from Scentbird in order to review have given it 5-star ratings almost universally. And yet, according to the Better Business Bureau, Scentbird, as we all know, is rated with an F, and actually has a warning on the Better Business Bureau page warning people that Scentbird is basically shifty and may potentially screw you, in the bad way of being screwed. So with there being no real information on this one, I was kind of interested to check it out. Now I'm not gonna do a full presentation for you because I just got the gift set, but I'll give you a quick close-up of the bottle so you have a better idea of how it looks. So there we go. Essentially it's just the same Nautica Voyage design, only this one has 2 yellow stripes down there at the bottom. And then the cap has that yellow ring. It does have a nice curvature like all the Nautica Voyage bottles, which makes it easy to fit in your hand. And the cap here is plastic, just like all of the Nautica Voyage bottles nowadays. Back in the day, Nautica Voyage, the original, had a metal cap, and it had some heft to it. It was much nicer. My Nautica Voyage bottle actually does have that metal cap, and I do prefer it to these crappy plastic ones. And then this is just body spray. You turn the cap to open it, and then you just spray it. I legitimately can't smell that. Very, very faint. But this is marketed as a deodorizing body spray. So maybe you could get some use out of it spraying under your arms or something. And then this is just a gift box. So I mean, there's not a ton to see here. Okay, so the fragrance. This opens up a bit aquatic. It's also got a slight herbal feel, or a slight herbal undertone, which is gonna come from rosemary. There is also peppermint in the opening here, but the peppermint is not really brisk or refreshing or really even all that strong. Now this one does open up a bit sweet, and that I think is where the peppermint is coming into play. So it's more like a sweetened kind of artificial mint. And there's also a decent amount of ginger in the opening. And any of the freshness from the opening is gonna be coming from that ginger, not from the mint. And Nautica Voyage Heritage dries down pretty freaking quickly. The dry down retains a little bit of that aquatic feel from the opening, but I will tell you guys that Heritage is not really a super aquatic fragrance. There's also a semi-sweet lavender through the mid into the dry down, and then a woodsy base that comes from sandalwood. The woodiness through the mid though is really light. It's not a very powerful or masculine or strong woodsy base. This is more a sweet and semi-warm version of Nautica Voyage than it is a fresh, uplifting, brisk aquatic one. It's still gonna be primarily a spring and summer fragrance, but in my opinion, it's not as good of a spring and summer fragrance as the original Voyage is. It's not really one that I would wear to give off a clean vibe or a fresh vibe or anything like that, because it leans more toward the sweet side of things than it does the fresh side of things, like I just said before. More than anything, it's just a fairly basic, sweet, semi-aquatic, slightly woody fragrance. It does smell good, but it does also smell cheap. But for a fragrance that you can pick up for under $15, it is serviceable. It's not something that anybody is gonna think smells bad. It's something you could basically just spray on and go and wear casually in spring or summer. It's definitely a daytime fragrance to me too, not something I'd wear at night. One thing about this fragrance, the performance sucks. It is not good off my skin. No good. Within a couple hours, it is a complete skin scent, and by complete skin scent, I mean you have to get about this close to pick it up. So we're talking an inch. Projection is really only good in the first 20 to maybe 30 minutes. I think 30 is stretching it a bit, but we'll say that. Overall longevity is gonna be in the 3 to 4 hour range. At that point, it's pretty much completely gone. Honestly though, I would say it's more in line with 2 hours, because at that point it's sitting close enough that you're gonna have to be on top of someone for them to be able to pick it up. Now, if you're looking for a very subdued, kind of sweet aquatic fragrance, then maybe it would work for you. But if you're wanting anyone to be able to smell it without them being literally on top of you, you're gonna have to look for a different fragrance. Because with this one, doing 8 sprays, 3 sprays here, 3 sprays here, 2 sprays here, it was still basically imperceptible off my skin after 3 hours. And again, after 2, it sits really close to your skin. In the full dry down, you know, after it starts to sit really close to your skin, it loses most all of the aquatic feel at that point, and then it's just kind of a warm, slightly woody scent with maybe a touch of what smells like salt. It's really not an impressive fragrance, but it's also not the worst thing I've ever smelled either. As far as Voyage goes, I would just say stick with the original. This one may be worth picking up if you just want to add it to the collection, if you really like Voyage, if maybe you collect Voyage flankers, something like that. If you're looking for a really cheap fragrance that you can wear in spring or summer, just casually outside, something like that, then yeah, go for it. I didn't team these up personally, but maybe if you get a gift set, you can wear this with this. Maybe that'll help it a little bit. But for me, not really impressed. But honestly, it was $15, so that's pretty much gonna do it for me for Nautica Voyage Heritage. This one is fairly simplistic. There's not a ton to break down here. It is what it is. It's a cheap Nautica fragrance. If you've smelled a lot of Nautica fragrances, you probably have some idea of what you're getting into when you purchase this. Actually, I'm having an epiphany here. I think this is just basically a high schooler fragrance. You go ahead and substitute this for Axe, mix in a little bit of this. It's not too loud of a fragrance. It's pretty subdued, sits close to the skin. So, you know, your teenagers out there, maybe they're going a little heavy, spraying a little bit too much. Get them this. Within 2-3 hours, it's died down. It's not choking anybody out. It's a high schooler fragrance. Why didn't I think of this before? So there we go, Nautica Voyage Heritage. Great high schooler fragrance. All right guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you smell Nautica Voyage Heritage, let me know in the comments what you think about this one. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you guys again next time.